On with us as Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire for hostages deal after intensive mediation by Qatar, Egypt and the United States. Qatari Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahmani has announced the agreement, noting it will begin on January 19th. The deal includes the release of 33 hostages by Hamas in the first phase, lasting 6 weeks in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. Details of the subsequent phases will be revealed after the first phase concludes. Al-Thani has emphasized that Qatar, Egypt and the US will continue overseeing the implementation of the agreement with monitoring teams in place to ensure the stability and address any violations. He has also called the deal a step towards the sustainable peace in the region. Let's now listen in.
It is with pleasure that the state of Qatar, Egypt and the United States announce the success of the joint mediation as the parties to conflict in Gaza Strip has reached a deal on the swap of prisoners and captives in order to establish a ceasefire, a permanent ceasefire, in addition to the delivery of intense relief aid into our brothers in Gaza Strip. Here, at the outset, I would like to extend appreciation to our partners in Egypt, the United States, namely the U.S. elects envoy, Mr. Steve Witkoff, and the Middle East and Northeast coordinator, in Mr. Brett McGurk, for their extensive effort that have yielded in a breakthrough in these negotiations reaching up to this.
All right. My guest, TP Tyagi, Colonel TP Tyagi, remains to be with me on the broadcast. Sir, as we have just heard, the Qatari Prime Minister has also, in fact, emphasized that Qatar, Egypt and the US will continue overseeing the implementation of the agreement with monitoring the teams in place to ensure the stability and address any violations. But in your opinion, what do you think has taken so long for this agreement to have also been achieved at this point of time, and now it has? Everyone seems to be appreciating the parties involved.
You see, the answer is hidden in your question itself. Since last 15 months, continuous efforts are being made by Egypt, by America, by Qatar for striking a balance, for striking a compromise between Israel and Hamas. Nothing has moved. When it started moving, when Donald Trump said that before I come to power, Hamas and Israel should strike a compromise. Otherwise, Hamas will have to face some music. Means Hamas has to release all the hostages of Israel. Now it has been agreed. So firstly, the catalyst in this compromise is Donald Trump. Second thing, if you look at it, this time, when the compromise took place, at that time, there was a representative of Donald Trump. There was a representative of Joe Biden. So saying and singling out that this is at the behest of Joe Biden, no. Because why I am stressing on this point is that Joe Biden is responsible for the Russian-Ukraine war, for igniting it and for continuing it and for expanding it. And he has played a role like this, that if two nations are having some problem, then America goes, gives them advice, then they start fighting, then they need weapons. The weapons are supplied by America. By this way or that way, the American economy, it increases. Now, this is the policy which is taking place not from today, right from 1945 onwards, when UNO was created. I would go a little further. Actually, the veto power which was given to United Nations Charter was to be reconsidered after 10 years. In 1955, it was not reconsidered. It is given in 109 clause of UN Charter. But it means technically it was dead. And it is because of America, Russia, and China veto power that entire world is facing this problem. My advice is, or my suggestion is, that the root cause of the problems in the world is veto power. If veto power are removed, then you will find the stability and peace for which United Nations was established. And this now becomes the duty of India, because this particular clause 109 of UN Charter was included at the behest of Dr. Ramaswamy Muralidharan, who was representing India and who said that after 10 years, the veto power can be reconsidered even by simple majority without caring for the veto holding nation. So that is the answer. Now we are fighting the bull after attacking on his tail or on his body. No, you have to control the horns. You have to go to the root, and the root cause is veto power.
All right, in fact, TP Singh, I'll request you to kindly stay on with us, as in fact we are also getting more updates, and after the truce was achieved,